Hey everybody, and welcome again to Dan and Andrew's Garage. This week we have a special one here, the 1955 Hot Wheels Chevy. What do you think, Andrew?
Looks pretty cool the way it is with the gold rims.
Yeah, well, let's get it up on the turntable and see what we can find. Okay, folks, and here we have the 1955 Chevy by Hot Wheels. As we can see, it's quite a bit chipped up. The paint looks a little rough. So are the wheels, a little rough as well. Interestingly enough, this particular casting had a very dark window. If almost you can't see through it, it's almost opaque. Interestingly enough, we thought that this car was painted by somebody who owned it, but we found out actually online that this is the way Hot Wheels issued it. I think it was 1986. What do you think, Andrew?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool the way they did the back white strip.
Yeah, that's pretty prototypical for the 55 Chev. So I think, although it's pretty prototypical in this case with regards to the color, I think we can make it look a lot better, make it look a little fancier. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we can.
All right, well then, let's get to it. Okay, folks, well, let's see what we have to work with here. I've already drilled the posts on this, so we'll take it apart. And yep, here we go. So we have a base that's nice, pretty sturdy. I like the, looks like the forks and exhausts that we have here. That looks pretty neat, but we're definitely going to have to swap those tires out. They're looking a little old. Now we have this window air scoop unit, which is pretty much black. You can't really see through it at all. So I guess it's going to give the car that tinted look. So hopefully maybe we can shine it up and make it look a little neater. Maybe do something with the engine as well. And of course, here we have the body, which is in good shape, you know, not too bad, just a few chips. We'll strip this down. Hopefully, we can make it look good. I've already drilled out the posts and tapped them so they can accept our screws when we put this back together. So this is what we're working with. I guess we'll now take this piece here and get it over to the stripper. Okay, folks, we'll just put this in the stripper here and use some of our circa 1850 paint and varnish remover. That's probably why it's so gooey. It's been around for a long time. There we go. All right. Get the brush and get it all over the body. And we can flip it over as well and get some inside. Make sure that this is well brushed up and let it do its thing. All right, folks, after a little bit of steel wool and some grinding, we managed to get the casting looking okay for a nice coat of primer, which we'll bring over to the paint shop very shortly. And we haven't decided what color we're going to do yet, but we probably decided that we are going to be keeping it prototypical in that we'll have one color for the back part here and another color for the front. So let's get this degreased and cleaned up and then over to the paint. Okay, well, we've put a nice coat of sealer or primer on the car, so it looks pretty good right now. I'll let this dry for about 24 hours and then we'll be able to shoot the other colors on the car. This Autoborn sealer from Auto Air works really well. I was having a bit of trouble finding the right mix of that and the reducer, but I think after the second coat here, it looks pretty good. So we're just going to leave this here to dry, and then we'll get started on the rest of the car tomorrow. Okay, folks, well, we painted the front part of the car, and we've masked that off after a couple of days drying time. And now we're going to paint the rear, and I think we're just going to keep it kind of nice and white, but we'll put a pearl over top of it, give it a nice shine. So see how this turns out. Okay, well, we buffed and cleaned out the base here of the car. It's got a nice shine on it, and we've also put in the axle tubes so we can accommodate a nice brand new set of wheels. So we'll probably take this outside now and give it a little bit of a hit with the clear coat just to ensure that we don't have any more deterioration on the car once it sits on the shelf. Then we should be ready to get to the assembly portion. Okay, folks, well, we've sorted out the chassis with some new tires. We shined up and painted up the windshield glass, and we got a good paint job on the cars, so let's get this thing together. Okay, folks, just for comparison purposes, this is what the 55 Chev used to look like before we did our magic to it. What do you think about that, Andrew?
Looks pretty bleh now, but now it looks pretty sweet.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at what it looks like now. Okay, folks, and here we are with the brand new Chevy Bel Air 1955 from Hot Wheels. Yeah, we did put a lot of effort into this one, a lot of time to get the two-tone paint and all the other highlights, brand new rims. But I think this turned out really well. The sparkle paint worked out really fine, and I do like the color combination. What do you think, Andrew?
I do like the silver line on the car. It looks pretty cool.
Thanks very much, Andrew. Well, here it is, the 1955 Chevy Bel Air from Hot Wheels. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video as much as we enjoyed making the car. I hope everyone stays safe, stays at home, and we'll all get through this thing together. In addition, we'll see if we can continue to put up a couple more videos, hopefully, during this time frame. And once again, thank you very much for watching Dad and Andrew's Garage.
Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe.
All right, folks, you heard them. And we'll see you next time. Take care and stay safe.